Get you through my morning every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
We reached breaking point in the Oddie household yesterday. So because it was so damn hot, we were all having a swim. But do you think that they could get along? The cousins were over, so there were fights over the inflatable thing. Some cousins weren't letting other cousins on there.
So your kids fight with the cousins as well?
Oh, yeah. Are you
wow.
joking? That's their favourite pastime.
Yeah, wow, okay.
So anyway, so much fighting going on that at various points, each of my children spent some time on the naughty step in the pool. So down the shallow end, there's just a little step. So I was like, right. And I couldn't be bothered saying, get out of the pool because it was too hot on the outside. So I was like, get down the naughty step in the pool. So each of them had a turn, and then they're arcing up going, oh, yeah, but she didn't have to go on the naughty step and she punched me in the head. Shut up and go back to school.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
She doesn't have to do it.
Oh, my God, your kids are the worst. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I say that because I love your kids.
Oh, they give you a bit of feedback. They give you some honest feedback on the phone.
They're extremely honest.
Yeah.
It's quite confronting.
So, okay, parents are frustrated. We get it. We're happy to send our kids back to school today. But there are a lot of kids out there who are equally annoyed with their parents.
Yeah, goes both ways.
We want to give them the opportunity to give us a call on 13 24 10.
Yeah, some passes the big wedgie up for grabs.
Yeah, and tell us exactly why you want to go back to school, why you want to see the back of mum and dad.
Love this. Can we go to Virginia to kick things off?
Sure.
Is this Eli? Is this Eli?
Yes.
Oh, good morning.
Eli.
Good morning.
Are you back to school today or tomorrow?
Today.
Today. All right. Okay. Why are you happy to see the back of mum and dad?
Because mum and dad is in pain of the bum. That's why I want to go back to school.
Spot on.
They're a pain of the bum.
Pain of the bum. A pain of the bum. Hey, Eli, why are they so annoying?
Because they always annoy me when I'm in my room.
Yeah. Hey, do they get mad at you about screen time on your iPad?
Yes.
Yeah. I love Eli said, yeah, before I even finished my sentence. He knew.
Hey, Eli, we're going to send you off to the big wedgie just for Dommy and Mum and Dad. That's fine. We like that. Let's go to Warradale. Is this Minnie? Good morning.
Hi.
Hello, Minnie.
Minnie, are you back to school today or tomorrow?
Today.
Today. Okay. Why are you happy to leave the house today?
Because I get to go back to school and see my friends.
Ah, yes. Would you want to give them a shout out? Who are your friends?
Chloe, Abby, Lara and Ella, who all go to my school.
Quite the list there.
Nice.
Solid list of friends.
Solid friendship group there.
Yeah. And what's the first thing you're going to do when you see your friends? What games do you like to play at recess?
We usually just talk in the morning, and then at recess we also talk.
Yeah. Hey, Minnie, what do you talk about?
I don't really know because it's all going to change because over the holidays they've been able to talk and stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
Communication's the key.
It is the key, isn't it? And doesn't that sum up women too? We just need to talk.
We need
to talk through recess, through lunch, after school potentially.
What about? Dunno. What'd you talk about? Dunno. What will you talk about? Dunno. That's good, isn't it? 13 24 10. Congratulations to Minnie. You're going off to the big wedgie as well. Kids, why are you looking forward to going back to school? And what is it about your parents that annoys you so much?
Oh, here's your platform to vent. Let's go, kids. I'm just quite excited because my 11-year-old is starting high school this morning, and I just got sent a photo through there. She is.
Oh, my gosh.
She looks so grown up, doesn't she?
She looks a little bit scared, a little bit anxious.
Oh, she'll be okay. But she did, she had one request as she entered into her high school year because she's quite fair. She's like me. She's a natural blonde. And she's got really light eyebrows, and she asked if she could get them tinted. She's like, you cannot send me to high school without eyebrows.
Yeah, what's her name?
Summer.
Summer. No brow Summer, they call her. Yeah. Brow-free Summer.
What is wrong with you?
Browless Summer.
Oh, wow.
Because you've got to be careful of these things.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not sure about tinting a 13-year-old's eyebrows as well.
11. And I said
11.
That's why I said no, mate.
Yeah.
You lost the brow lottery.
That's
Deal
a
with
lot, isn't it? 13 24 10. We're putting it back to the kids, putting it in their court. Why are you looking forward to going back to school so much? Up for grabs and passes to the big wedgie. Let's go to Craigburn Farm. Let's speak to the great man himself, and that is Hugo. Good morning to you, mate.
Good morning.
Good morning, Hugo. Why are you looking forward to going back to school?
Because I get to prank all the teachers and get lunch orders instead of having disgusting bacon and cheese rolls for lunch every day.
That's mum and dad. Hey, there's a lot to digest from that, Hugo. First of all, what sort of pranks are we playing?
So when I was in, I think it was year 5, I put salt in the teacher's kettle and she poured her coffee and she literally spat it all over her desk.
Hugo, did you get in trouble?
Does that end in a suspension, Hugo?
Nope. And then in year 1, for April Fools, after the middle of the day, I twisted off everybody's drink bottle lid and everybody just went to have a drink and it all tipped over.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Hugo. Whoa. Do you know what? Don't listen to your teachers. The things that you're doing right now, you have the brightest future of a youngster that I've ever heard because you've got an epic personality.
Oh, Hugo, well done. We're going to send you along to the Big Wedgie. Look who's given us a call.
Is that our boy Gussie? Yeah, Gussie.
Gussie. Hi. What's happening today, Gussie?
Pardon?
What's happening today?
Oh, it's my first day of middle school at Baker.
Whoa. This is big, Gussie. This is a big, big day for you. You nervous?
Not really.
Gussie, have you got many of your mates going from primary school to high school?
Yeah, basically all of them because my friend Chris is going to Canberra.
Okay.
Oh, right.
That
okay.
works. That works.
Makes it easier, doesn't it, when there's a whole cohort?
Yeah,
I'd
100%.
like to say.
I went off to high school completely not knowing anyone. And I went from a school with 16 kids to a school with 300 people in my class.
Oh, my
In
goodness.
Sydney, it was quite the step up.
So you were the big fish because you were the school captain 2 years running, weren't you? Because there was no one. There were no other contenders.
Spot on. That is true. 2 years running, it's never been beaten. Also, don't worry about how to speak to girls. I didn't know how to speak to humans.
Just animals.
Jodes had a very nice holiday. Went down south for a couple of days as well.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah, went down to Encounter Bay and did everything that you do down there. And it's such a beautiful part of the world, isn't it?
Wait. Did you do everything? Did you go on the cockle train?
Went on the cockle train. Yes, we did. Went on the cockle train.
Wow.
Brenton Raglis was driving it.
Oh.
No, he wasn't. No, he's a massive enthusiast. That's actually my first time that I've been on there.
Is it?
Played mini golf in Victor Harbour as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, have you even lived if you haven't played mini golf at Victor Harbour? Did you go into that little amusement arcade there?
Oh, yes.
You did?
Yes,
Yeah.
we've done that as well. Went to the Crown, got home at 4 a.m, got in a fight. Nah, I didn't do that. They're the good old days, eh? There was a confronting conversation that I had with my 6-year-old son, though, that really, really sort of hit home. So when I think back to my youth, my dad was the handiest bloke on the planet.
Yes.
Like, he could fix everything.
Well, I mean,
physically, mentally, it didn't matter. This guy, it was a type of dad, and he still is. The type of dad that you go, it's okay, Dad will know what to do.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Something goes wrong with a car.
And
Call Dad.
that makes kids feel really safe.
Yeah, it does.
Unfortunately, my son Henry doesn't have that with his dad. And because I'm very open about just how unhandy I am, and you know that as well.
Oh, I know.
Cara is the handyman, my wife.
Yes.
Which is a very, very interesting situation.
If there's a flat pack to be assembled, call Cara.
Call Cara. If there's a light to be changed, call Cara. Call Cara for absolutely everything.
If there's a bug to be killed, call Cara.
Cara, she's the man. So I was trying to assemble, and this is where it really hurts. I was trying to assemble a Kinder Surprise.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, in your defence.
Yeah, I know.
In your defence.
They can be tricky.
You need an engineering degree for a Kinder Surprise. They are the hardest things to put together, and they're so little that they're very fiddly.
That's what I thought.
Thank you.
Anyway, that turned out to be the final straw for my 6-year-old Henry, who, when I informed him that I wasn't able to complete this task, his initial response was, "That's okay, Dad, you're not good at anything." Whoa. So I doubled down. I said, what do you mean, mate? He's like, you can't fix anything. You can't do anything.
Oh, no.
So I've got that son who looks at his old man, and no doubt he shakes his head and just goes, hides him from the other dads as well.
Yeah, absolutely useless. Do you know what he needs to do?
What's that?
Call Cara.
He needs to call Cara. Mum/Dad.
Warning, the following segment is for mature audiences only and may contain adult content, graphic language and nudity. Not that you'll see it. If easily offended, well, you're about to find out just how easily.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
What, you thought this was done?
No. Recount the conversation properly, please. I said I'm happy to do Naughty at 6:40 once again for 2025, but we don't have to do Willies every single day.
Well, Willies seem to be the subject that keeps on creeping into my inbox.
Yeah,
so...
and to which you replied, well, you're more than welcome to come up with some content.
Yes, I've upped that. How about 1,000 Willies? Let's talk about Bonnie Blue, who, of course, is now very famous. She's, what would you call her? An OnlyFans queen. She's an icon. She's a freak.
Well, you might recall that she got expedited out of the country and went to Fiji and then got expedited out of Fiji because...
Not even the frisky Fijians were into her.
Because she has this thing where she likes to set world records by bedding more than 1,000 men in just 12 hours.
Yes, and of course, as we all know, I mean, this is common knowledge for everybody, but the previous record for one sitting, in terms for having a bit of a lovely time, was 919 by Jenna Sparks back in 2004. Now, if that's not a promotional opportunity missed by Nova 919, then I don't know what is. Since then, Bonnie Blue has upped it.
Yes.
To 1,071. No, I'm just kidding. It's not 1,071 because that would be very, very fun for our friends down the road. 1,054 she did in one sitting. And this is the story, Jodes, that I absolutely love. What about this? A jobless security guard who begged for an invite to join more than 1,000 men having sex with Bonnie Blue has given a disturbing insight into the marathon session. I mean, what were all these blokes expecting? His name is Ali Walker. He hoped to bed the notorious OnlyFans star, of course.
Yep.
He told how volunteers lined up in their boxer shorts before taking turns to have sex with Bonnie, she's 25, while disguising their faces in bank robber-style balaclavas.
Oh,
Are you serious? So they weren't making love. There wasn't candles and Kenny G music.
Oh, hang on.
That's shocking.
Wait, let's drill down for just a second. Is that who you make love to, Kenny G?
You don't? He said it was the most...
I'm more of a boys to men
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of guy.
of course. It takes you there. He said it was the most surreal experience of my life. I was just amazed about what was going on. I had been told it was one-on-one sessions, so I presumed to go into a room with one at a time. But when I got there, it was a free-for-all. There were around 30 or 40 guys around her at one time, all taking turns. She was surrounded by guys. There were so many guys, and I'm quite shy. I've never been involved in anything like that, so I ended up not getting involved. Pulled the pin. Could have been 1,055.
This is the absolute kicker to this story, though. Guess who he called to come and pick him up? Guess who he called to come and pick him up when he couldn't perform in his session?
There's only one person, isn't there?
Mum!
Yeah, Mum. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the car ride home? And how does Mum start it?
Oh,
she
I
just
know.
goes, so what were you thinking?
No, you know what Mum said? She said, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Just disappointed.
And he's like, you and me
He's
both,
like,
Mum.
what do you mean? She goes, well, you should have gone through with it.
Now that's a joke.
That was a joke.
That's a joke. That's a terrible joke.
It's back, baby.
Oh, yeah.
The Tuesday morning joke off. Usually we do this on a Monday, but let's just kick things off. Let's kick off 2025 in the right note. A bit of humour.
Yeah. We were just mentioning in the break there that you've missed the mark in your last couple of jokes. So there's a bit of pressure on you. It's almost like when Steve Smith had a dry spell there.
Yeah. Didn't he come back well?
He did.
Didn't he
Came
come
back
back
and
well?
made a couple of centuries. So
Yes.
pressure's on, babe.
This is my year. It's my turn to be the joke person of Steve Smith. So I hasn't even started well there.
It's okay.
Even
Oh,
Stay
yeah.
one.
See,
Here we go.
when you say things like that, I know you're under pressure.
You set me up. I'm feeling the pressure. I'm stranded on 9,999 runs. I need a good joke to get me over the line.
Not my fault your form's terrible. All right, let's go.
Yeah,
Kick
kick us off.
Okay, well, I'm probably talking to a lot of the fellas out there, and hands up and text through if you've been in the situation. It's very, very concerning. So the other day, after my prostate exam, the doctor left and the nurse came in the room. And it was at that point, Jotes, that she whispered the 5 words no man ever wants to hear. Who the hell was that guy? I don't know what you're thinking as well. I think you can. There's alternate ways to get your prostate checked. I'm old school, baby.
Yeah,
I'm old school.
yeah.
Why does this keep happening though?
I don't know.
Finger up the bum.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, yeah, I'm the problem.
Yeah. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, about producer Zoe going rogue.
If you had your time again, it was a slight overshare.
It was a little overshare. Sorry, everyone. I don't have a prostate. What would I do?
That's true.
All right, shall I go then? Shall I joke and try and redeem myself?
Yes, please.
All right, there was a man walking his dog alongside the river when suddenly he got distracted and the dog wandered off, fell into the river and started drowning.
Yeah.
Luckily, there was a German man on the other side of the river and he saw this whole thing happen.
Yeah.
He went, oh, God, jumped in the river, swam over, saved him, grabbed him, soaking wet, comes out, brings it back to the owner safely and says, he's fine. If you keep him dry, he will be safe. The owner says, oh, mate, thank you so much. Are you a vet or something? And the German says, am I vet? I'm absolutely sucking.
The V's with the W's. Happens a lot. Oh, you got to be so careful these days as well, Zoe, when you're impersonating accents.
I did say to
you got to
producer
be
Flack,
so selective.
I've got an accent, but I promise it's a Western one. It's all right. We're all good.
Oh, God. There's some accents you can get away with and others, you can be accused of being something.
Let's not go into examples.
Listen.
Finish us off, Jodes.
Have you heard about the man who goes into a bakery and he asks for 2 bread rolls and the shop man picks them up with some tongs and puts them into a paper bag? The customer then says, can I please have 2 cakes? And the shop man picks them up with tongs again and puts them into the bag.
Yeah.
And the man says, it's so nice to see that you don't handle the food. And the shop man says, nothing in my shop is handled by the human hand. He then noticed a piece of string hanging out of the shop man's trousers. And the customer says, what's that piece of string for? And the shop man says, well, when I need to take a pee, I just pull out the string and then it pops out. That's okay, says the man, but how do you put it back? And he goes, that's no problem, I just use the tongs.
That's good.
Yes, Joe!
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know.
I need to know. I need to know.
What's in the news today?
I need to know this.
Here's what you need to know.
What you need to know with Jody and Hazy.
Well, it was a case of, do I need to adjust my television set when I flicked on the news the other night? And I could not believe this because I've sort of tried to shut down from most newsy things over the break. And one of the first things that I saw when I tried to tune back in was a group of neo-Nazis marching down North Terrace in one of the more disgusting things that I've ever witnessed.
Isn't it shocking?
Isn't it?
Absolutely horrible.
I was shocked.
Really seriously. Call me ignorant. I didn't know that this stuff, call me sheltered, I didn't know that this stuff existed in this country.
I think it's a bit of an underground movement, but when you consider they are celebrating Nazis who, murdered 11 million people during the Holocaust, it's a pretty appalling thing to be supporting. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese came out and he condemned the horrific scenes, but this is the interesting thing, they're not even from here. These blokes have flown from interstate and congregated in Adelaide. Just one of them was from Brompton.
Oh,
so do you have
Brompton?
Oh, am I right?
Watch out. Producer Zoe lives in Brompton.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's not surprising that her neighbour probably had entertained 15 blokes across the weekend.
It was like, that was an interesting party.
Yeah, wasn't
The
it?
house party was, not quite the norm.
So absolutely disgraceful scenes. They'll face court today, the Adelaide Magistrates Court. So that's going to be absolute carnage out the front of there with all the reporters and everything today.
Oh, hopefully. Hopefully it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's absolute mayhem.
Well,
hopefully no one gets hurt. I'm only talking about the reporters, that is.
Also.
And hopefully all of these absolute scumbags are put in really, really uncomfortable positions
Also,
and hopefully they're exposed.
Uncover your faces, guys.
Yes.
If it's something you believe in, if you're so passionate about the cause, show us who you are.
Yeah.
Why not?
Spot on.
Channel 9 actually managed to track down one of these guys who was in the march, and it was, I kind of think, left a little bit flabbergasted that he conceded, yes, I am indeed a part of this group. Have a listen to Shannon McDonald from Channel 9.
To some of those who joined in today, they did not hesitate in telling me their motivations.
Do you accept that it's a neo-Nazi group?
Yes.
Right, so you've joined a neo-Nazi group?
Correct, proudly.
Why is that?
Because I'm a neo-Nazi, obviously.
So, first of all, outstanding work by Shannon McDonald from Channel 9. What do you say?
Yes.
What do you say?
Put
yourself in that situation where you meet a neo-Nazi for the first time. and you confirm that they are indeed a neo-Nazi.
Unashamedly.
What's the next
Where do we go now?
question? Where do we go from now?
What happens next?
Can we part ways now forever?
Anyway, there'll be 16 of them in the Magistrates Court today, so that will be very interesting scenes.
Yes.
Let's talk about something much lighter, please.
Oh, yes. All right. How about the Super Bowl? How about Taylor Swift? Because that's what comes with the Super Bowl these days. Because the Kansas City Chiefs are through. Beat the Bills by, 3 points? They'll play the Eagles in a couple of weeks' time.
That was all mumbo-jumbo, what you just said there.
Yeah, I know. Here's the important bit. Taylor Swift's boyfriend plays for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's right, Travis Kelce, who once again was excellent post-game.
Hey, before you guys get out of here, just do a little dance, make a little love. Yeah, get down tonight.
He's just an absolute
Isn't he
gift,
the
isn't
king? You made a really interesting point. So there was some suggestion that the referees perhaps were a little partial to the Chiefs because it benefits the NFL to have Travis Kelce participating in the Super Bowl, yes?
Perhaps, and that's certainly the theme heading across social media, and particularly a couple of games ago where apparently the referee, I didn't see this particular game, but apparently the refereeing was very fortuitous in the hands of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
Something like American dollars for last year, Taylor Swift generated an extra $331 million for the NFL alone. So Guernsey stocks went up 400% for Travis Kelce.
Right.
I think he wears number 87.
Mm-hmm.
So you just feel like that if you're the head honcho of the NFL and all the bigwigs there, you're sitting there going, well, I'm pretty glad that Taylor Swift's involved once again.
100%. Do you know what I want to see? And this is probably a little selfish of me. But can you remember last year, all the vision of Taylor Swift? And she was drinking the whole game.
Yeah,
and
she was on.
I thought, oh my God, she's going to be fall down drunk by the end of this.
Yeah.
Held it together.
No, she's a pro.
So who knew Taylor Swift can hold her liquor?
Yeah.
I just want to see if she tries again, like rolls the dice.
Yeah.
Because alcohol can be a bit of a demon. It can sneak up behind you and go, oh,
100%.
you drank all game last year and you were okay.
Oh, is that your family and friends here? Watch this. Right in the face.
It'll get you.
And the next morning, what happened last night? Oh, that's anxiety. And just quickly,
It's not anxiety, it's anxiety.
anxiety. There's a thing called Tay Voodoo. And now what some of the Taylor Swift fans are saying is that she performed at New Orleans, which is where the Super Bowl will be in a couple of weeks' time.
Yep.
She did that as part of the Eras Tour a few weeks ago. They reckon she was doing all sorts of little football hand signals, and they're claiming that she was blessing the stadium in anticipation for Kansas City playing there in a few weeks' time so they'll win another Super Bowl.
Oh, that's interesting. Taylor Swift's a witch now.
They'll believe it too. She's definitely a witch. Why so stressed? What's with all the anxiety?
No, I actually feel pretty good. So I went to a wedding over the break and they had a violinist
Oh, yeah,
there.
yeah.
And I spent the whole afternoon, you know, that period in between the ceremony and the reception. She was playing the whole time. I spent the whole time practicing song.
Yes.
Yep.
You sent through a couple of videos to us. And look, I dare say maybe it had one or two champagne, so you're quite loud. I just wonder if the violinist appreciated your work. Did she?
She loved it. In fact, she's the violinist who does all the Melbourne Victory stuff. So she does it like at all their games. She's coming to Adelaide soon. I'm going to get her in. We'll do a live song.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well done.
And she can tell you how good I was.
Yeah.
Was on the day.
Okay.
And / annoying.
At least one person will remember that situation. Here we go.
I think you meant to say you look great too at the wedding, by the way.
You did look fantastic. And congratulations. You absolutely smashed song at that wedding.
Thank you.
Well, a Cinema Family Pass up for grabs. Good morning to you, producer Zoe.
Good morning.
Just a little reset if you're tuning in for the first time. How does this work, producer Zoe?
Song. So Nova Hits Throwbacks orchestralised. Your name is your buzzer. Don't forget your name, otherwise you will not get the point. We're playing for a couple of listeners to win them a Wallace Cinema Family Pass on Team Jody, because she got in first today. Brianna from Old Nella.
Nice, Brianna.
Hi, Brianna.
Hi.
Hi.
Chose you.
Okay, thank you so
That's
much.
awesome.
I appreciate your faith in me.
Yeah, it's really
Thank
nice.
you.
I believe in New Year, Jodie.
Yeah,
right.
new
Thank
year, new beginnings. Hey, Brianna. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wes from Seaford Heights is on Team Hazy.
On your Wes.
Morning, guys. How are you? Missed you.
Oh, missed you, Wes.
Wes.
Gosh, I need to win now.
It's very nice.
No, you'd really do.
Lovely guy, Wes.
All right. You know how it works. It's okay, everyone. I think this is a good vibe. This is a better vibe.
Are you feeling good vibes?
I'm feeling great vibes. It's
All right.
it's 0-all. So, good luck, Joe. Song number 1.
Here we go. Oh, no, it's kidding.
Name is your buzzer. Come on.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Is this an easy one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I've got it.
Say it out,
Jodie,
thank you.
Jodie, so it's Apple Charlie XCX.
Well done,
Oh! I was never getting that.
To quote our program director, Big Boss Josh, he just said the first one was easy.
Oh,
So you two are off to a rocking start.
Wow. Okay. Well, Jodie nailed it. So
yeah, let's get Josh in here, shall we?
This one, I still don't have it. That's not good.
All right, Jodie's up.
All right, song 2.
Song number 2.
Let's go. Oh!
Not
Sorry.
McDonald's.
Stop it.
I think this one's harder.
Sorry.
Stop it.
Are you kidding me?
Have you got producer Flag? Do you know what's going on? Oh, that violin's gorgeous, by the way.
I didn't want to cry.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Hazy.
Jodie!
Hazy.
Miley Cyrus, Flowers.
Well done. That was close.
I gave it.
I was literally going, don't. But
All right.
I love when this happens because it's a tie.
You definitely gave me that song, by the
Didn't
way.
I?
Yeah.
Because I'm an idiot.
For the first point of the year.
Here we
Song
go.
number 3. Let's do it. Don't give it away.
Hazy.
Go on, Hazy.
No.
Jet, are you going to be my girl? No. New Year's resolution. Be humble.
Oh.
Be humble.
Where's baby?
We did it. Oh, my gosh. Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Do you know what annoys me? How he doesn't panic when he's like 1-0 down, and I do panic because I get ahead and I'm like, oh, I could potentially
And the more
win
you
this.
panic, the more you sing the song and then you give it to him.
I know. So many
fun.
things to
Lessons
work
have
on.
been learned today, guys.
Yes, they have. Congratulations to Wes. He
Sorry,
wins a
Brianna.
Wallace Cinema Family Pass. Sorry to Brianna. But also, all good because, look, it's 1-0. It's still nice and tight, jokes.
And they're both in the draw for cash of the car.
Very good points,
So
though.
everyone wins.
Congratulations.
Let's start 2025 the right way, please, and tell everyone what monumentally stupid feat you attempted
Oh, my gosh. So they came to me late last year and said, hey, for the Tour Down Under, which is such an epic festival of cycling,
Yes.
there's a thing called the Adelaide Epic Ride where average Joes like myself can go through what is like a genuine leg that the cyclists go through.
So that's the mammals, isn't it?
Yeah. 120 kilometres from Norwood to Uradla, through the hills, ups and downs, everything that you go through. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll do it. 3 options, 20 Ks, 85 kilometres or 120. I said, I'll do 120. Hell, I'll do 220 if there's an option there as well. How hard could it be?
Such is the arrogance of the man.
Oh, my gosh. But 120 kilometres of the most aggressive hills that you've ever seen in your life. Bless South Australia. It's fun to look at, not fun to ride.
I cannot believe that you agreed to this for a start.
Yeah, and the people that I was up against are genuine cycling enthusiasts, rather. So they had the Lycra, the clip-clops. I didn't have clip-clops. I was wearing gym shorts.
What was on your feet?
My Nike runners. I've since learnt that they're called flats, and I'm pretty sure I was the only one. There's maybe 2 other people that were wearing flats.
Right.
And I can tell you right now, I was certainly the only one wearing Vans socks.
I would go so far as to argue that it wasn't even your bike. I think it resembled your mum Deirdre Hayes' bike.
That's how old it was. And that's how many gears it had as well. I don't know if it's high range or low range, but you know when you're going up a hill and you put it into, I'm going to say, low range where you pedal really quickly, but you can go up hills.
But it's easier to pedal.
I didn't have that either.
Oh, my gosh.
My gears were slipping. So every time there was a slight incline, I had to climb.
So you're riding in this Tour Down Under event, right? And you're essentially standing up, going up hills like you're in a spin class.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. And I'm looking at everyone else going, look at these absolute losers. Just get out of the saddle, guys. It's not that hard. Burn some extra calories. And gosh, I blew up.
Can I ask, did you get any feedback from the other cyclists along the way?
One bloke early, when my gears weren't catching, said, I think your gears aren't quite catching there, mate. So, and he goes, geez, you're in a bit of trouble a bit later on. I went, okay, no worries, appreciate that, mate. And another guy went past me as well, who was a genuine cyclist.
Yeah.
And he said, the first time he went past me, he said, you stand out like dogs, you know what?
Yeah, okay.
Because of your shorts flapping in the wind. And then secondly, at about the 80K mark, he goes, with all due respect to your bike, I have no idea how you've got this far on that bike.
Right. And how did you get home?
And my bike's like, hey, keep going, buddy. Keep going past us.
How did you get home?
Well, producer Alex Flack was very generous to come and give me a lift, which was organised a couple of days before.
Yeah.
The reason why I went up to Uradler and got him is I said to Hazy, well, how are you going to get home with your bike? And I'm not lying. He said, I'm going to get an Uber.
Well, what do you do with the bike?
That's what I said. I said, well...
Great question, Judd.
And Hazy flatly said to me, well, I'll get an Uber that has a bike rack.
Really stock standard stuff. I mean, surely they're out there. You got to find them. They're out there. Surely they're out there.
I can, with my hand on my heart, say, Producer Flack, I have never in my life seen an Uber with a bike rack.
What?
He actually said to me 3 times, no, mate, don't worry about it. And I actually forcibly said, no, Hazy, I'm going to come up to your Adler and get you because I'm with you, Jodes. I've never seen an Uber with a bike rack.
If Flack didn't turn up, I'd still be in your Adler right now. Just hanging around the bar.
They don't exist. It's not a thing.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do, surely.
No, they don't.
13 24 10, are you an Uber driver with the extra accessory of a bike rack?
We are not getting
You don't reckon there is?
Oh, my God.
Okay. Are you an Uber driver or have you been in an Uber with the extra accessory as a bike rack? Have you jumped in an Uber and loaded up your bike?
No.
I bet you. Surely.
This is the worst way to start the year with no phone calls.
My cycling brothers and sisters, help a cycling fraternity brother out.
Check this out.
This is Adelaide's favourite way to wake up. Jody and Hazy on Nova 919.
Beautiful day across Adelaide today, 27 degrees and sunny. Nice to take the bike out for a spin, 120 kilometres worth. That's what I did last week.
That was unbelievable seeing.
What an absolute idiot I was to jump into such a race. And it's a beautiful race, the Adelaide Epic Ride. But to do it in basically a kid's push bike.
Yeah. to do it on Deirdre Hayes' pushy was did you have spokey dokies as well? Did you have little streamers coming from the handlebars?
I think so. There's a basket on the front too, I reckon.
Did you have one of those little honk horns?
I was side saddling it too.
In one of the more ludicrous questions we've put out there, do Ubers have bike racks? Because you were like, I'll just get an Uber with a bike rack to bring me home. Absolutely no way did they exist.
Well, it was a rough assumption. I'll call it that much. I just assumed that you could have racks on the top of your car. You could throw your bike on there as well. So it was very casual, my approach to this.
Okay, so that's how you expected to get home from your Adler.
Yeah.
13 24 10. We put the call out there. I've said there is no way that these Ubers exist with bike racks on them.
I saw it somewhere. I don't know if I dreamt it, but I swear I saw somewhere that you can take bikes via an Uber.
Okay.
I didn't have to do it in the end because producer Flack picked me up.
Because he took pity on your small little mind and said, this guy's an idiot, isn't it what he's doing?
He felt so sorry for me.
The thing I couldn't get over was the level of confidence Hazy had that he was going to come back from your Adler in an Uber with a bike rack.
Yeah.
And?
You live and learn, don't you? So, we put it out there, 13 24 10. We're going to Fairview Park. This is Chris, who is an Uber driver. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. Okay, can you settle this debate for us? Do Ubers have bike racks?
I don't have a bike rack, no, but I do have a big enough vehicle that if you were prepared to book an Uber Max, you would have got home.
Oh, okay. So technically speaking, you can transport bikes via an Uber.
Oh, yes, I would have done at least 20 trips with bikes in the last week.
I've done it. Where were you, Chris, when I needed you the most?
I would have been in your Radler, but you didn't even try.
Oh,
try.
next time.
Oh, try harder.
So there you go.
Okay, so Chris, hang on. How big's your car?
So I've got a Kia Carnival. So if
Right.
I roll the seats forward, I can get almost anything in the vehicle.
Yeah, right. The Kia Carnival is the old Tarago back in the day. That's when anyone who has more than 5 kids had a Tarago or a Kia Carnival these days.
Yeah.
All right, it's big enough then.
Do you know, Chris, it was probably lucky that I didn't get in the back of your Uber because I was in absolute all sorts. I've never been more physically exhausted, so probably would have been a couple of soiling situations if I... Oh.
Lovely.
Yeah, well.
Oh, like exactly, Chris.
Happy to pay the soiling fee, though. Happy to pay the soiling fee.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, there you go. I think we've settled something.
Well, I bet you he's sorry he got involved in that conversation.
Well, I know this time next year, I'll be giving Chris a call and he'll be picking me up in his Kia Carnival, post 120 kilometres. That's good.
Are you doing it again, are you?
And I'm sure you're wondering, can you take bikes in the back of an Uber? The answer's yes.
No, I'm